everybody. I wanted to get on here really quick to let you know that we are officially PUPO, and I'm so excited about that. Pregnant until proven otherwise. So, I wanted to let you guys know how this whole morning went. I don't have anywhere to sit this camera up, so bear with me. Okay, so we had to be there at 8:30. So I had a 33-ounce bottle of water. 8:30 we didn't have to start drinking. It was just I kind of started drinking a little bit of water, but not really because we were meeting with the doctors first. So we met with my doctor. He came in. He was like, okay, we have a bit of a funky situation here, whatever. So I'm like, okay, what could it be? So he was like, well, first I want to know, what were you guys thinking as far as the transfer? So we were like, well, we were thinking transferring two because we transferred two last time and we wound up, it didn't go all the way through or whatever. We had a miscarriage. So he was like, okay, I thought you guys would say that. And he was like, well, I really recommend that you guys don't transfer to. He's like, I know it's gonna sound crazy. He's like, but I just feel like we just didn't pick the right one, so to speak, last time, and that we weren't able to, based on the stage that these are, they froze at day 6. So he was saying that the ones that are left, yeah, the frozen ones. So the last ones, they were day 5, but he was saying like, they weren't as developed, I guess, as, or they weren't able to see much as far as the stage they were at then. So I'm still confused about that, but okay. So at that time they were the best ones. So he was saying that he, felt like the last 3 that we have were, really developed well and all that stuff. So he really felt like we should just transfer one. And here they normally only transfer 2, like if you're over a certain age, which I can't remember what it is, or if you've had like, multiple miscarriages or difficulties like that. They really don't transfer more than 2 unless it's some, or more than 1 unless it's a circumstance like that. So he was like, going through telling us the risk, and he was just saying that the chance of multiples, if we put into whatever, goes up from 2% to 20% or something like that. So he wanted us to make the decision. So I'm like, okay, you want us to decide this right now while you're in here, because we hadn't had time to discuss it, because we were thinking about, we had always been thinking about doing 2. So he went through like all the complication and risk of having being pregnant with multiples or whatever. So he left out the room and we started chatting about it. We were still like confused, on the fence or whatever, because like we said, we had been thinking to, and then him come in and saying, oh, we really don't recommend it or whatever. So we wound up like calling our parents, trying to figure out. They were really, they're all about the twin part too, so it wasn't like they were that much help. But they was like, it's you guys' decision in the end. So we got off the phone with them. The doctor came back in literally probably like 10 minutes later and was like, have you guys came up with a decision? So we were like, okay, we're going to stick with 2, because that's just what it's been from the beginning. So anyways, he was like, all right. He was like, what else did he say?
At that point, he had already said everything that he had voiced their concerns, and their big concern is the multiples. They don't make it a practice to give
Put in
people
that many,
multiples.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we went ahead with the 2, accepted that, that's what we wanted to do. So he asked us if one doesn't, if he thaws out 2 and one doesn't make it, then we want to use the other one. So we said no. We feel like, if that was the case, then it was meant to be, just one. So he said the chances of, one not making a thaw was like 1% chance, whatever. He never really seen that happen except for maybe once or twice. So we decided on that, signed our paperwork, and we went off to breakfast. So we went to breakfast, and we felt like it was kind of like a little sign, and I feel like we got a sign last time too. We were leaving the parking garage, and just randomly there was $2 bills behind the tire of our car, which was just weird. So we still have those dollar bills. So I feel like that would have been a sign too. And then this time we went out, we were at breakfast, and we saw a lady with her two twins or whatever, baby. So I just had to go over there and say something to her. So I was just like, oh, I just really had to come over here and just see the babies. And I let her know, like, we had just made a decision to transfer too. And so she was about to cry. I was about to cry. And then she was like, oh, well, she was like, has to be a sign because also my best friend is coming in and she has two twin boys. So I was like, I feel like it was confirmed. So we went back. The transfer was great. I didn't go crazy with the water because I had did that last time, but it was, perfectly fine. It was full. Um, what I feel like I was something I wanted to say important about the transfer. He just when he was getting ready to transfer, and we were looking at him on the screen, he was just like, they look so great and perfect, and he was impressed or whatever. And then I'm thinking like, okay, do they say this to everybody or But so we wind up transferring the two. Um, what else? Um,
Ate your pineapple core.
Oh yeah, I came back. So we got back. Oh, so he was saying that he didn't want, he was like, don't be lazy. Basically, go out to the mall, whatever. Just don't lay completely around. So, which was different for me than last time, because last time we pretty much went to did the transfer, grabbed something to eat, and then came back home, and I slept while he packed up stuff, and then we caught our flight out. So this time around, I haven't slept. We went around like downtown, walking around. We did that for, I don't know, an hour. Like he said, not do nothing crazy, but like walking around, like mall or whatever was perfectly fine. So that's what we did. Came back to our room. I had my pomegranate juice, a little bottle, and I'll show y'all that really quick. I had the pomegranate juice. I had my Brazil nuts. What else did I do? Oh, and then we went to Giant and got a pineapple. And in the pineapple, it was already whole. So this is the pineapple. You might want to see it the other way. All right, so this is the pineapple, and it already has the core in it. All right, it says pineapple core. I feel like it's backwards, but whatever. And then a little bottle of pomegranate. I let it get room temperature, and then I drank mine. It's 8 fluid ounces. And I had my Brazil nuts. And I only cut like, I don't know, like from the core, I cut off like 3 pieces or something.